The common stereotype is that a full-time artist sits and draws and paints all day, every day. And while some artists will spend more of their work days creating art than others, having an art career definitely consists of a lot more than just creating art. For me, only a small amount of my time actually goes into creating art, and there's even some weeks where I don't create any artwork at all. So what exactly do I do all day? Well, in today's video, I'm going to go through all of the tasks that I have to complete to keep my six-figure art business up and running. Hey everybody, my name is Kirsty and my aim is to help you improve your art so that you have the skills and confidence you need to pursue a career doing what you love. Let's go through the 10 main tasks that I have to do for my art business. Number 1 is creating artwork. Let's get it out the way. The most obvious one, yes, some of my time does go to creating artwork. I wouldn't be a very good artist if I didn't ever create artwork, right? So what I need to do is create artwork for my YouTube videos, for my Patreon tutorials, and for any new courses that I want to make. I don't personally sell my original artwork or take on commissions. I am much more into the education side of being an artist and teaching other people how to improve their art. So most of the artwork that I create is for the purposes of tutorials and tip videos that you see here on YouTube. So the second task that I do is admin, and this refers to email admin, replying to social media comments, replying to Patreon comments and questions, and all sorts of queries that people, customers and clients have about my business. Now, because I don't sell original artwork or commissions, most of the questions that I get are about my courses and products and services and my membership site. So those are the types of emails that I get and that I have to respond to on the weekly basis. And if you have any sort of art career, you are going to need to do admin. And this may not be something that you've really thought about before, and it might not have popped into your mind, but you will have to interact with your customers or clients at some point, no matter what sort of avenue you go down. If you're selling prints or original art or taking on commissions, that will involve you speaking to customers. So this is definitely a skill that you need to learn. You need to learn how to communicate professionally with your clients and customers and answer any queries that they have. I will admit that admin is one of my least favorite tasks on this list, especially email admin, but it is crucial. It's one of those things that has to be done. Number 3 is video recording. So of course I make videos on YouTube, I make tutorials for Patreon, and I sell courses. So all of those things require video footage. So I have to record the footage for the actual videos and any B-roll I need. I need to set up the camera, set up the lighting, all of that sort of stuff. So that does take up a proportion of my time as well, because you need to get the angles right, you need to spend the time making sure the audio is good, all of that sort of stuff. And so these are really important aspects of your business that you'll have to do if you want to make content for social media. It's not all about creating the art, you have got to film the process or take photographs. You know, if you need to photograph your art for Instagram, you need to learn how to use a camera, what settings you need to use, how to light it properly. Or if you want to sell your artwork and make prints of your artwork, you need to learn how to scan the image, or again, take professional photos of the art and then edit it in Photoshop, and you may need to learn how to use those editing programs. Number 4 is video editing. So of course I've got to take all of that video footage that I've recorded and edit it into some great content for not only YouTube, but for Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, for my Patreon, and of course for courses and stuff like that. And also for your website or any other places that you want to distribute your video content or your photos. It's not just about video editing, but there's also photo editing as well. Number 5 is design, and this incorporates a few different things. So by design, I mean designing my website and updating the content on my website. I also mean creating promotional graphics. So for example, I have a mailing list, so an email list, and for that email list, I have a few what they call lead magnets. So these are like free things that you get when you join my mailing list. And so I've got to create promotional graphics for those lead magnets. So I've got an ebook and a few tutorials that I offer when people join my mailing list. They are free things that they get. So I've got to create graphics to promote them. I've got to create graphics for my website or graphics to promote blog posts and any other new content that I create. So a lot of my time goes to creating different graphics to promote all the content that I'm making. And a great website that I use for that is Canva. Not sponsored, but I love it. So I just thought I'd mention it for any of you guys that need to make any sort of graphics for your business. I love Canva. I even used it to create my ebook and it's just amazing. It's free. The other things that I have to design are thumbnails for YouTube videos. And thumbnails for YouTube videos are just as important as the actual video content itself, because it's what people use to decide whether they want to click and watch the video. The title and the thumbnail are just as important as the actual content. So it's really important that I put a lot of time into creating really beautiful aesthetic thumbnails. Number 6 is writing. A lot of what I do for my business is actually written content. So this is mainly in two different forms. It's either for my blog posts that I do on my website. So normally I just take topics that I've discussed in videos or other topics that I think of, and I write a blog post for them and I put it on my website. Or another type of written content that I do is emails for my mailing list, where again, a lot of the time I give advice and tips and I discuss certain topics or tell certain stories for my mailing list, and I send them out probably like once a week or a couple times a week. So written content is something that I've been putting a lot of time into recently. I didn't used to do it so much before, but it's a new thing that I am doing and really enjoying. And I learned about the importance of it for your business to have something like a mailing list and having blog content so that people can find you through through Google search and through search engines, as well as just on YouTube. The 7th task I do for my business is planning, and I love planning. I am a big planner. I love planning goals and a business strategy and how I want my business to grow. I am a big planner. But it's not just the business that I like to plan and the goals and targets that I want to set, but it's also things like YouTube video ideas and product ideas, anything like that I will plan out. For example, this video I planned out the script for and sort of organized all of my ideas and organized all of the tasks that I do so that I can clearly explain it to you guys. So planning is a major part of my day-to-day. I write little to-do lists in the morning of things that I want to get done to keep me on track. So just a 5-minute job of just writing a to-do list is something I do daily, but then I also do more in-depth business plans, quarterly reports, stuff like that, so I can see an overview of how my business is doing. And I really enjoy the business side of it, so I do go quite in depth with all of this, but you don't have to go as in depth. But it is important to do some planning, to have a business plan, to set goals and targets for your business, and to keep an eye on how your business is performing month over month and year over year. How is it going? It's really important to look at those things so that you're not just aimlessly doing tasks. It's important that you have a clear path and a clear direction that you're trying to go down. Number 8 is another fun one, and that is bookkeeping and taxes. Yay. Now, I'm sure a lot of you wouldn't be super thrilled about this task when starting your art career, and it's not the most fun task. I still enjoy doing it a lot more than I do email admin, surprisingly. I don't mind it too much. I have an accountant that does my taxes for me, but of course I still have to do all of the bookkeeping aspect and keep a note of my income and my expenses, any supplies I'm buying for the company, any equipment that I have to buy. It's important that you note all of that down in a spreadsheet to make sure that you're keeping on top of the money coming into your business and the money going out. It's not a super fun thing to do, but it is one of the most important tasks that you need to do for your art career. The 9th task that I do is managing. So this is managing my website, managing my social media. So this is where I'm just going in and I'm just looking to make sure everything's still running properly. I'm just checking all the analytics to make sure there's no problems, and if there is problems, then I'll fix it. For example, if I notice on my website that one of the links doesn't work, then I'll have to go and fix that. So it's just managing to make sure that everything is still up and running and nothing goes down. So it's basically just doing any maintenance that I need to keep everything running smoothly and as it should. And finally, number 10, this is one of my favorite tasks that I do for my business, and that is learning. It is so important that we keep learning. So I actually put a large amount of my time into reading new books, taking courses, and doing a lot of investing my time into the business side of running my art career. So I do read a lot of business books, I take a lot of business courses, and it's very important to learn new things. You can't always be stubborn and big-headed and think you know everything there is to know about running a business. There's always some new things that you can learn, and these new things that you'll learn can take your business completely to the next level, 10x your business. Just a simple thing that you could learn from a book could 10x your business. So it's so important that you keep learning, that you keep expanding your knowledge. Don't be stubborn, don't be big-headed, don't think that you know everything there is to know, because no one ever does. We are never finished products, we're always learning, we can always get better at what we do. So just like you would invest lots of time into improving your art skills and you never think your art is at a finished point, you never think that you're good enough and that there's nothing else you can learn to be a better artist, apply that same knowledge and that same mindset to the business side of running your art business. Don't just think, well, everything's working fine, I'm earning a decent amount, job done. Always keep learning, always keep investing time and a big proportion of your time into consuming new material like books, like courses that will take you even further and get you to that next step with your art business. As you can see, there is a lot more to having an art career than just creating art. And I want you to think about the things that I've talked about today. If you're considering starting your own art career and art business, think about these tasks that I've gone through. Do you think you'll enjoy them? Are they right for you? Because they are so crucial if you want your art business to be successful. Comment down below, was you expecting an art career to be like this? Is there any tasks that I mentioned that surprised you and that you didn't think of that you'd need to do as a full-time artist? Let me know in the comment section below. To learn more about turning your passion for art into a career, check out this video that I did on how I turned my passion for art into a 6-figure business. Check it out and I will see you in the next video.